The road to 100k, day 11. I'm back. Let's go. My first hand for day 11, I was dealt Jack 8-6-4. Poker dude raised, and I won't waste your time here. The flop came absolutely garbage, so I folded. Now I want to focus on two hands that really defined how part 1 of day 11 went. So, the first hand I want to show you, I have Queen Jack 10-5 in the small blind. I simply call, big blind raises, and we'll see another player call. And after some thought, I decide to call myself. The flop comes out 6-8-9. Being first in position, I check. We will see the big blind bet pot. One player folds, and then it's up to me to make a decision. So I decide to raise. My opponent calls the raise, and on the turn, I hit the nuts. Now my play is obvious. I shove. I put my opponent all in. He calls and flips over. Just a draw. An absolute terrible call on the flop. But at this point, he was pot committed, and the river comes up nothing. So I end up winning a good pot early on in the session.
Thank you!
The second hand I want to focus on is a prime example of not overplaying your hands on the flop. I got dealt King Jack 8-4, and on the flop I hit top pair with a flush draw, but I simply check for pot control. On the turn I hit top 2 pair now, so I bet. My opponent calls. On the river comes out a 9. Once again, I check for pot control. And unfortunately, I make the wrong call here. I put my opponent on a flush draw. And unfortunately, my opponent has the straight. So I make the wrong call. But my check on the flop and my check on the river saved me some money in this hand. And that's why you don't want to overplay your hands on the flop. But this was only part 1 of day 11. So stay tuned for part 2 because that session was wild.